Actual fries? You like the ones?
My name's Angelo, and this is We Want Picks. Welcome to our call-in show. Premium members can call in, ask questions, hang out, do the things. Only a couple of requirements. One, need to be a premium member. That's where you get the link. Two, need to have your camera on. No weird anonymous voices. And three, no weird genitalia or racist stuff.
What if it's regular?
Pretty straightforward. What'd you say?
What if it's regular genitalia?
That's fine. I said weird genitalia. So the normal stuff is totally fine. If you want to hop on this show, just go to your account page on Premium or go into the Discord and the Premium Alerts channel. You will get a link there. This is pretty loose hangout type show. Jacob did just go to the Apex. I'm sure some of you are going to have some questions for him about that. And Premium membership is more than just call us and hop on the show. Oh, we'll skip over that real quick. You're also going to get things like the safety parlay. You'll get the line movement tracker. You'll get the detailed data, metrics, and analytics. You'll get the best ownership projections in the game. You'll get the optimizer. You'll get all the things, and I'm going to park it right here. Bing, bonk, bing, almost, bing, bonk, bing, bang, boom.
I thought we did.
You're just eating on stream, you unprofessional goblin.
I thought we had a new layout.
We do. When somebody calls in, we go here. All right, we do have a caller who's fucking driving. I shouldn't let you on, dude. Fucking dumb mustache and your fluffy hair in the car. What's up, Cracker Jack, while driving?
Dude, what the fuck you, Angelo? Dick.
You got something to say? Say it.
Ask Angelo what he's doing right now.
Hey, I noticed it was a little, not wearing black today, huh?
And he's stuffing his
you
mouth full
are.
of fries.
I see
He's
you are.
stuffing his mouth full
sloppy
of
bitch.
Chick-fil-A fries right now. Look at this guy.
Hey, the car drives itself. What'd you have for dinner, Ange?
This is my dinner right now.
Oh, yeah, a little Chick-fil-A, little comfort meal.
Getting back late from cheerleading.
Hey, back-to-back misses on that safety parlay. What the fuck's going on?
It's weird. I think Cracker Jack has a bad connection. He's gone. Jakey boy, you've been back from the Apex for a little while. You missing it?
I'm fucking missing it, man. Hell yeah, I'm fucking missing it. That place is missing the food, missing the...
Yeah, you didn't talk. I want to hear more about the food. While I'm eating, I want to hear more about the food.
They had it, man.
What was it? A buffet? They had servers with a menu? What was the food?
No, it was just a...
Cracker Jack's sitting there waiting like I'm bringing him back. You're gone, buddy.
It was
You're
just
gone.
this metal...
Called me fat, made fun of the parlay. You're out of here, pal.
And then
Is that a cart? What is that?
Either tongs or a spoon laying there for you. And then you grab either the tongs or the spoons to just the big...
What are those called? Serving trays? No. Chafing dishes. Those are called chafing dishes.
They just had like, I want to say 7 or 8 of those. Different thing in each one. They did have steak. There was steak. There was, I believe that was a little chicken as well. Then I grabbed some steak medallion things and then the chicken. And they had those big potatoes. Those were good. And then they had the...
Wait, hold on. Were they crunchy on the outside?
The potatoes?
No. Oh, man. Roasted potatoes that are crunchy on the outside.
I agree. I would prefer a little bit of a little crunch. I'll show you here's the picture for people that don't know. You should watch the vlog if you have. I assume everyone's pretty much watched the vlog at this point, but where's this fucking...
There wasn't any food in the vlog. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, I actually forgot. I forgot to like film the actual food. I actually had a shot where I like filmed my plate going in, but then I couldn't find it. So, yeah, the vlog show. Sorry, Angela. More food next time for the vlog. I get it.
Yeah, well, the
what the fuck is this picture?
What was I gonna say? Before Jacob edited it, he said this could either be. Actually, here we go. This is gonna match up. He said the vlog needs to be longer. Jacob, I mean, you know better than I do, obviously, but he basically said this is either going to be over an hour or like 15 minutes. Like, there's no in between.
Yeah, you either include it all or you just try to find highlights and make it nice and quick. And I just made highlights because putting it all over the end would have been rough.
Here's another comment. This is for you, Jacob. Look up. Jacob is such a breath of fresh air in the MMA community. He's a real personality. Both gentlemen on the show are really good at what they do. I'm a fan. Thank you, Forrest. Very appreciated. That was a breath of fresh air. We had this absolute buffoon loser call in and make some comments, but then you with the positive vibes. Crackjack, this is your second chance. One more comment, you're really gone. What's up?
Angelo, my guy, you started it. Like, let's not forget, I came on here peacefully.
Yeah, that's true.
The first thing
that is facts.
Bullshit.
No. You call me some fluffy-haired motherfucker, so don't be dishing it and I'll be able to take it.
Can I
Come
ask
on now.
Why did you ever even shave that mustache off?
It's on right now.
Pissed me off.
I was in Hawaii, and it's fucking difficult to snorkel with a mustache, so I had to shave it off so I could see some fishies.
That was the most randomly specific thing I've ever heard in my life. That's incredible.
Hey, but it's facts. I was in, like I said, I mean, the shit doesn't.
Did you know that going ahead of time, or did you try to snorkel and you were like, oh man?
No, I tried to snorkel with the mustache. I actually did it right there on the beach. I was just gone.
Interesting. Wow, the dedication to nature. Steve Irwin would be so proud.
Dude, Steve Irwin, I even saw a stingray. I was going to get after him, but he was a little too quick for me.
Yeah, punch that.
Yeah.
Here you go. You want to see Angel get hard as fuck real quick?
Yeah, let's see that.
Yeah, let's see it. Oh, God. Hey, honestly, I'm a little hard. I mean, you seen that picture I sent you with Andre Feely. Angelo, I might give you some shit for being a little overweight. I don't think you actually are. I myself am. I am a little, I dabble. My girl likes to cook.
You got that ass on you, man. I saw that one picture.
Oh, okay.
I replied to it because your girlfriend posted. I replied to it. I was like, yeah, damn. I can't remember what I said, but I was like,
I think my favorite comment of all time was when you were breaking down Vitor Petrino, and you're like, if you're Brazilian, you got a chance.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Oil them up. All right, what do we? So anyhow, Angelo, we gonna get back on track this weekend or what?
That's the plan every week. I would love to hear, what would your safety parlay be this week without spoiling what mine is? What would yours be?
I was actually thinking, and they actually just switched the line. I just checked it before I called in, but I had Luque and what's his face?
Luque and a
over
safety
one
parlay is great.
No, over 1.5. Because I was like, bro, Buckley didn't even finish fucking Alex Morono. Like, I don't know. It was only like minus 160, so like maybe that and like.
That is
solid. I did agree with you.
Is that the line? That's not the line.
It's a 2.5, but you.
It was minus 160 this morning. I'll even
No.
And now it's at 2.5, but it's plus money on the under.
Yeah, it's been a.
But yeah, bro, it was 1.5 minus 160. No, I use Bet Online.
Let me check what I have posted.
My original bet was over 2.5 for Buckley and Vicente.
Yeah, I've only ever seen 2.5, dude. With Bet Online, I have not seen 1.5.
Oh yeah, maybe I'm fucking.
Oh, there he goes. He might be talking about the over on the over. I like the over on Weidman and Bruno Silva. I don't think that should be a 1.5. Like, they're just assuming Chris Weidman gets knocked out immediately. I think he's going to hold him against the cage, try to work in some takedowns, try to slow down the whole thing.
He couldn't even get close to Brad Tavares.
Brad's like consistent and young, and he got close to Brad. He couldn't take him down. There was some cage control in there.
Not until late.
Yeah, all right.
Not really. Couldn't get
late. That's what I'm talking about. Late.
No, you want him
getting
to
past
hold him
1.5. Get past 1.5.
You want him to hold him early. He's not gonna hold him early. I hope he does. I hope he wins.
I hope he wins too. I don't think he will.
I agree. I like the Weidman one as well. I just checked, so I actually have both over 2.5 and over 1.5 on the Luque, but the over 1.5 was over a week ago. I placed that.
Got it.
But minus 160. Online? I try to get what?
Change those every once in a while.
Yeah, it was Bet Online. Yeah, so it's probably just then. There's not holes in this story. I'll send the ticket in the Discord.
Yeah, I'd love to see it because Bet Online doesn't drop round lines until Sundays. Mr.
Yeah, it was probably
Overlook,
on Sunday. No, I said about a week ago. I don't got the fucking exact dates. Week ago. So, I was trying to get Jacob to fucking.
I'd love to see it.
Yeah, no. I'll send it to you. Don't worry. I would love Jacob to put his dick on the table and fucking.
Oh.
What?
What'd you say?
Stop. To fucking put his dick on the table and pick Chepe next week before the fucking line. I think he's gonna.
What is the line? I don't even know what the line is. He's a dog.
I just broke all those fights down at cheerleading.
He's just over plus 140, at least this morning. He was like plus 143, and dude, he's gonna fuck up that little French Juice World fucking douche.
Oh, that Morgan Charrier.
Even though that guy doesn't fight like a classic little Frenchie,
yeah, he actually fights. Yeah.
He actually fights, but dude,
that's probably good news for Chepe, because the way you beat Chepe is you kind of just pick him apart. You can't really brawl with Chepe.
Well, Trevor Peek's fighting on that card too. Plus 200.
I like
underdog.
That was the other one I said, Angelo. Fuck, maybe.
I just picked him. I didn't bet on him, but because you can't trust him to bet on him. I'm waiting for the props. I'll do inside the distance decision, no action on Trevor.
On who?
Yeah,
Trevor Peek.
Trevor Peek. I sent Jacob 3.
He's fighting Charlie Campbell, who's like a technical striker. And Trevor Peek's just going to run at him all gas, no brakes, and there won't be any technical anything going on in that fight.
Yeah, no, I sent him that, and then I sent him Damon Jackson. Those are 3 pretty big dogs. They're all 140 or more, and I was like, whew. I like all 3 of those, to be honest.
Alexander Hernandez, that's Factory X. They're going undefeated 2024. Don't bet against him.
He's so unreliable, though.
Dude, Alex Hernandez is. What weight class are they fighting at? Featherweight, right?
I don't. Is Alex going to featherweight again? Yeah, because Damon's a featherweight.
Yeah, dude, and fucking Alex looks like he sucks himself to shit to make 145. He looks horrible. I don't know why he keeps doing that, but
because he can't win at 55. Like Alex, he has a lot of talent. He just somehow can't win some of these fights. Makes no sense.
Jakey boy, you know who I love, my guy.
And then you got to go. I'm not being a dick, but we have people in the
Yeah, no. You're fine. But Jack De La Maddalena, bro, he might be my favorite. Dude, oh my God. I just want to beat my dick to that guy, you know?
All right, we're done. He's out of here.
JDM. When he fucking smokes Shavkat, people are going to be so surprised. You know who isn't? This guy. He's going to fucking smoke Shavkat.
Shavkat beats his ass, dude.
No,
and that's fine. We'll bet
Jeff Neal was lighting his dumb ass up. The dude is just a walking heavyweight. He's just tough as shit. And JDM
with phenomenal wrestling, and we just watched him
get taken
taken
wrestling.
down.
He has no takedowns. His takedowns are awful. They're like Algeo.
Right. I should have said. You're right. I should have said phenomenal grappling. You're right. But he's not Gilbert Burns, where he'll hold on to stuff that isn't there. Anyway, we got a very long comment here. Let me make sure this isn't mean. It says, "What up, gents?" And we're gonna go to you next, Angel. I see you. What up, gents? I've been watching your content since they legalized betting in Miami. I love the content, guys. Top tier quality. Crack ass up with Angelo's sarcastic humor and the Salamander's high energy. Recently became a member of the page. I'm liking the safety parlay. He spelled it parley. I think that's got to be an international thing. A lot of people spell it that way. Let me know if you spell it that way. If it's an international thing, or you're just spelling it wrong. I was thinking of adding Ebo Aslan moneyline and Algeo Nelson goes the distance. I wouldn't moneyline an underdog. And I guess Ebo's technically not an underdog. I wouldn't moneyline. I would only moneyline Ebo. I would not parlay him. Sorry, they're big. I would not parlay Ebo. It's sketchy as it is. Thank you for that comment. All right, we got a whole bunch of people in the queue. Let me give you a rundown of the queue. Angel, you're next. I see Mark touch him up. No camera on. Can't put you on here. Need the camera. Zach, you're after him. There you go. Camera's on. I'll let you know when we're going to you. John Brinson, you turn your camera on. You've been like weird in and out, showing your buddy who doesn't want to be in the camera. Lots of weird shit going on there. But yeah, look, he was hiding his face and shit. All right, we're going to Angel. Everybody else just chill in the queue. We'll get to you. Angel. What the hell you have behind you? A bassoon?
Those are baseball bats.
That's right. Bitch. We had this conversation. That's right. That's
Sorry, Angel. The guy's drinking again.
Propel. It's the electrolytes.
What's up, you bad motherfuckers? How you doing?
We're good, man. How are you?
Great, man. It's Holy Week here, so no labor for today, tomorrow till Monday.
No what?
No labor, no working, no.
No labor. Gotcha. Oh, everywhere? Yeah, that's nice.
Good Friday, Easter Sunday.
Yeah, we have Good Friday. My kids are off from school tomorrow and Monday, so 4 days.
Just 4 days?
I don't take a day off because the Lord doesn't take a day off.
He takes Sunday off. He takes every Sunday off.
Not
my
life.
Walking your dog.
Not my life.
Our school here, it's just 4 days, but other schools do spring break that week, so they take the whole time off.
Oh yeah, well, schools here. I mean, I don't have any kids, but my friends they're off since last Friday or Monday. It's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. That is crazy. What's going on? What are your thoughts on here? Here's a video I want to make. You tell me what you think. It'll be a clickbait headline, and it would be called UFC 300 is ruining. No, sorry. Let me back up. It'll be UFC 300 is the worst thing to ever happen to the UFC. And the focus of the video will be about how all of these fight night cards are absolute dog shit because UFC 300 is just so stacked. And it's a problem. People are not watching a lot of these fight night cards because they're just not good. What do you think about that? Would that be a good clickbait video?
I mean, I'm a diehard fan, so I'll watch, unless it's in China or on the other side of the world, I'll probably watch it.
I know, but you got to look at it from a normal person's perspective because the normal fan isn't a diehard fan.
Right. Yeah, I concur with you, definitely. I mean, it's kind of hard, I guess, to, give you an honest opinion on it, but like from a commercial point of view, you're definitely right.
Although the ratings are definitely down big time. Let's put it this way.
But
think about some of the fight night main events we had last year and the fight night main events we've been getting so far this year.
But let me tell you this. What about if
last week was a great main event?
Okay.
What if the problem is not necessarily UFC 300, but two girls fighting in the main event? What about that?
It's not even, the rest of the card was weak too. The issue is anybody with any sort of name they used up at UFC 299 and UFC 300. So now these main events are like, what the hell is this? And then even you go under the co-main event for next week. Let me look it up real quick. It was atrocious.
I got it.
It's Alexander Hernandez and Damon Jackson.
That's a co-main event.
Yeah, that's
a co-main event. Yeah, that's very bad, dude. That's like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah, so, I'm actually watching the next week's card.
You doing your tape now? Dude, that card is the worst card. I haven't seen a worse card. And we keep saying that every week. UFC Vegas 88, we're like, this is such a bad card. UFC 89, we're like, Vegas 89, we're like, this is a bad card. UFC Vegas 90, this is a bad card. It's a theme. And it's not because...
Did you see me on TV, Angel?
Huh?
Did you see me on TV?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was cheering for you. I was watching you from the kitchen. Yeah.
Hot dogs.
The only fight that I see interesting for next week is Alex Morono against Kurt McKee. Besides that, nothing, man.
Dude, they're not good fights. And this guy RoboCop in the comment section, only casuals will say these cards suck. Dude, we can say the cards suck, RoboCop. Yeah, turn that card into a pay-per-view and let's watch the not casual spend his money. Fucking absolute buffoon. That casual comment is so stupid.
Because you're a casual. That's why you get upset about it.
I would love to be a casual.
I would love to be a casual. I got a question for you, Angelo and Jacob. How long do you think Dana is gonna keep with the Apex? I mean, I know it's an amazing experience.
Oh, he's gonna keep that forever. He's gonna keep that forever.
If they haven't given it up by now, they're not fucking giving that thing up.
Because it costs them nothing to run shows there. It costs them absolutely nothing. Their production is already there. It's all set up. They probably save, I don't know. I'm going to make up a number here. They probably save like 50 to 100 grand by hosting an event there than doing it elsewhere. And yes, they're going to miss out on ticket sales, but at the quality of these cards,
Are they though?
they wouldn't sell out that arena at a real arena somewhere with next week's card.
Have you thought about maybe Dana doing this not because he's gonna, he obviously is saving some money, but what if his target is not to win money out of this event, but to, punish the competition, PFL, Bellator and all that stuff, because even the shittiest UFC card.
Oh, we'll all watch.
You rather watch that than Bellator, so he's taking customers from the competition.
No, so COVID just transformed how it was all done because the Apex came to existence then. And obviously it was something, the Ultimate Fighter, something they were working on, but the Apex became a thing because of COVID. Because, hey, we can run these events here every single week. No audience. We don't need an audience. And we're just going to run these events. And then we're going to do events every single week. Pre-COVID, we did not have this many UFC events.
No.
When COVID hit and the UFC was the only sport back, they said, we're going to do this shit every week. And it's the best numbers they've ever done, ever. That was the real growth. I would assume 60% of our audience are people that sort of popped up during COVID, which is great. We all love the sport. We want it to grow. But COVID was really what springboarded the UFC, and it's because they did events every week, and the Apex allows them to do that.
Someone said they aren't selling tickets for these trash Apex events.
Who said that? Jacob literally just
said, I wish that were true. I wish that were true.
Jacob has a whole vlog.
You haven't seen this? Look, we fucking jacked this from the fucking table. This was sitting on the table.
Oh, that's sick. Oh, I'm sure they let you keep it. That is sick.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
But let me ask you something. Listen to this. How big is the UFC roster right now compared pre-COVID? How much has it grown?
It's definitely, I don't know the number. It's definitely a much bigger roster for sure. Without question, it's a bigger roster. That doesn't help the quality of the card. I get it.
Yeah, exactly.
But when you do take if we had solid main events, if we had a solid main event, solid co-main event each week, no problem. But we don't have that. Look at next week's co-main event.
Right.
And this guy, RoboCop, he's talking past tense. Other than the Park and Usman fight, that card was packed with action. I'm not talking about the actual fights themselves. We do have a $2 super chat from the next Lennon. Give me a 2-fight underdog parlay. Risk is okay. Hold on, we'll come back to that. I'm not talking hindsight whether the fighters delivered on the fights, because we've had stacked cards with huge names that didn't deliver. So I'm not talking about the quality of the fist fight in the octagon. I'm talking about the quality of the card itself and the name value and the matchups. They're just not there. These cards are now, next week is 50% contender series fighters. 50% of those fights are contender series fighters. So I don't know. I think it's going to be until summer before we start getting like good, consistently good cards each week for sure.
Yeah, then you got 300, then you got 301, which is a pretty solid card. But after that,
well, 301's in Brazil, so they're going to try to squeeze every drop of Brazilian talent into that card, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
they even got Aldo back.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, oh my God. He's the opener so far. He's the opener. Come on.
No, it'll be like come the summer, like June, July. June's a little too soon. July, August, September. That's when we'll get back to all of these people that were used at $299 and $300 will be back. And now we have a good diverse set of people to use again.
Yeah, they're doing a WWE event at the Apex now.
Are they really? Where or when?
Big Don sent it to me.
That's
NXT
weird.
Battleground will take place at the UFC Apex on June 9th.
That's weird because doesn't the UFC doesn't WWE rely very heavily on the audience? Because they did that WrestleMania during COVID with no audience, and wasn't it really bad? Without the screaming.
I'm not a fucking nerd.
Yeah, okay. You literally watched Royal Rumble and shit last year. We're live commentating it in the Discord. You fucking dork.
Not me.
You can actually bet on WWE now,
which is wild. Yeah, which is wild.
It's really limited bets, like $25-$50 or something like that. But
still, it's predetermined outcomes that a lot of people know the answer to.
I mean, how much would it pay? What's the name of the of the match where everybody gets into the cage.
Royal Rumble.
Yeah. You could. That's like a 1,500. Anybody.
I know, because last year I bet on Rey Mysterio, and he literally never even showed up. He never even had a chance. It was either last year or the year before. I literally was like, "Oh, Rey Mysterio," because there's a
they threw him out
with his son and
instantly.
stuff. No, he never even went to the ring. They played his music. He never came out.
Why?
And I was like,
it was just
part of
tease?
the thing. It was just a part of the thing because his son or whatever. He literally never came out. I was like, didn't even have a fucking chance. I was like, what the fuck, Ray?
That's funny.
It's getting crazy. I mean, gambling in sports is getting crazy. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna end up good.
It'll be like anything else. It'll explode, and then, there'll be, as long as, anything is self-control and moderation, and we'll see what happens.
You know that better than anybody.
You can bet.
This is a medium fry, Jacob.
You can actually bet. I don't know if it's MLB. I don't think it's MLB. It's NBA. In the app, within the app, the NBA app, you can actually bet now.
Oh, all of them, all the big sports are going to work out those partnerships. Some of the baseball games, at certain stadiums, you can bet, is the next pitch going to be a ball or a strike, which is actually pretty fun.
Yes.
So stuff like that's going to be incredible. Listen, we got a bunch of people in the queue. What else you got for us before I shuffle you on?
All right, bro. I just want to talk something real quick. For this Saturday card, I have 3 doubts, which is, I already saw your picks on YouTube, but what do you think about Landwehr against Emmers, Matthews against Buzuka, and Petrosky-Malcolm? I see 3 possible dogs here. I mean, the implied probability based on their line is not the same as the popular opinion, and the only way I can get a popular opinion on is on topology, obviously, because it's the biggest community. Yeah. So there's 3 discrepancies over there. What do you think about those 3?
I think I'll let Jacob go. I'll go quickly. I think Nate Landwehr is probably the worst of all 3 of them. I think he's all gas. Like, he could absolutely win that fight, but he was just knocked out cold. Jamall Emmers hits like a freight train.
Knocked out cold.
Okay, you're right. He didn't. He just won his last fight. He just beat Dan Ige. I don't know if you knew that, Angel.
You said he just got knocked out cold.
He just beat Dan Ige. So Nate Landwehr should 100% be your pick.
He just got knocked out cold.
He just beat Dan Ige.
Don't try to spin this around on me. No. You said he got knocked out cold. Now you're trying to
So he's coming off that good win. So Nate Landwehr is a good pick. And then I think Connor Matthews of the dogs is probably the best of them, because we just haven't seen Bazooka win yet, frankly. Mm-hmm. But I don't think any of those dogs win, just so we know.
I think they all win.
Petrosky could win for sure, but as the community has pointed out, the one thing that worries me is his cardio, and Jacob Malkoun's just going to shoot 10 million takedowns. That's
I love
get fucking put out.
Who's going to get put out?
Jacob Malkoun. He got hit with
I hope so. I hope so. I hope so.
Baby shot. I like it, Angel. Don't listen to this pussy.
I mean, I'm just watching the numbers, But those are the 3. Obviously, I know I'm ready with your safety parlay. I'm ready with Jacob's luck of the week, which I haven't seen yet, but I just saw the video, so I'm gonna hit play right after I finish.
It's actually I cracked up watching the video. He sent it to me before it went live. I cracked up laughing. The intro was cool, Jake. I forgot to tell you that. The intro was cool. I know it's just a thirst trap.
Hold on a second. You can keep talking, but hold on.
It's just, the intro to his video is just a thirst trap. Hey, ladies, I know how to drive a stick shift. That's all the intro is. Like, literally, that's the only reason that intro exists. But it's a good video. Where did he fucking go? We got.
I have to ask Jacob. I don't have to go, but I have to ask Jacob. How the hell does he pick his songs, Jacob? Oh wait,
he can't hear you. Yeah.
Jacob.
The fuck am I supposed to do with this?
Yeah. Oh, you got a whole French baguette? That's so funny, dude. Eat the fuck out of it, dude. Ooh, the middle. Ooh.
Hey, Jacob,
dude. Here's what you do with it.
You like the
All right, go ahead. You say it, and then I'm gonna tell you how to eat that.
Jacob, how do you pick the songs for your Dog of the Week videos? Because I mean, those are nice songs, man.
You like the one? You like the one? Oh, you haven't heard the one this week. This week is a little bit of a change.
It's a very big change for Jacob.
Dude, do a Spotify playlist. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, I could like just the Salamander playlist or something for people to listen to.
Please.
Yeah, but not like your favorites, the Lock of the Week song playlist. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a good idea.
Hey, give me some credit, Jacob. Hey, guys.
We appreciate you.
I'll see you around. Jesus, Jacob, I'm hungry now.
Yeah, watch his video. You'll see. That does look good. All right, well, we appreciate you calling in, genuinely. Thanks for everything on Hell.
Is this...
Thank you, guys. Take care. Take care.
Should I not eat this on stream?
See ya. All right, we're going to go to Mark and then Zach, but real quick, here's how you eat it, okay? From a fat Italian guy to a skinny ginger dork. The way you eat that.
Oh, my God, I love bread.
Cut it in half, core out just shut up and let me finish. Just shut the fuck up. You cut it in half, you core out the middle, you eat the middle, and then order yourself some spaghetti on Uber Eats and just shove it in there.
Last time I got spaghetti was a fucking disaster.
Oh, spaghetti sandwich. Ooh, shit.
Driver just sitting in the rain. It's raining. Yeah, okay. Thank you. No shit. Bring me my fucking food.
We'll go back to this very quickly. Next Lennon said, give me a 2-fight underdog parlay. Risk is okay. I mean...
Well, it's going to be risky with the dogs for sure.
Yeah, I would say certainly Petrosky. Mannin is a good underdog. Petrosky.
Mannin? You want a wild one, Lennon? Go Mannin and Pacheco.
Pacheco over Callan's not terrible. Callan has yet to prove anything.
Pacheco. I like people that are fucking dogs, and that dude, he knows this opportunity, man. He lost his fight, got a contract anyway. He's got to show up. He's got to produce. He's tough as fuck.
Yeah, he can stay in Callan's face. And then we have one more super chat. Phil Lower, $4.99.
Get the fuck out of here, Phil.
C-Rod is the truth, the prospect penetrator. Bulgarian last round was absolutely pitiful. Pure desperation. Worst optics I've seen this year. So I agree with a lot of this, including that last round was the most pathetic display I have ever seen in my life. Just pathetic. But Bulgarian still won that second round and
dude,
won
he still
fight.
toughed it out, man.
He
was exhausted.
Yeah, I know. The optics were so
95%. The reason the optics were so bad was because he was being so tough. Most people would just curl up in a ball and the fight would be over. And they wouldn't be like,
curl up in a ball.
They wouldn't be like, oh, the optics. He was doing this and then, okay, move. Okay, he's moving. Most people in that situation, exhausted, getting beat on, would just cover up and wouldn't fucking move. We see it time after time. And then people would be like, oh, now like, oh, the optics of him surviving the third round. It's like, shut the fuck up. He dominated that fight.
I think he won.
98% of the people in the division don't survive the first two rounds.
Well, what's funny, all right, so we keep talking about this. What's funny, two things. I think he won, obviously. The first round was a clear 10-8. The last round was a clear 10-8. Comes down to the second round, and he won that second round. I think it's cut and dry, 10-9, super easy. And anybody screaming and yelling that C-Rod won that fight, if it went the other way, if they announced Isaac Bulgarian as the winner, there's not a single person on this planet that would be surprised or argue. Not one person on this planet would argue. Nobody would say that was a robbery. But because it went this way, all of those people are like, oh, of course you. It's just like that is annoying. But with that being said, the beating that Isaac took in the third round was way worse than what C-Rod got in the first. Not even close. If that makes sense. All right, let's move on. Mark, you've been patiently waiting. Yeah, you're on.
Hey, how's it going, guys? What's up?
We're good, man. How are you?
I'm good. Jacob, I know you've been collecting cards. I got some heat for you right here. Let me bring it out.
Did you see what
we got the McGregor.
Oh shit. God. What's that worth?
I think like $3K right now.
Holy shit.
What year is that?
2013. I ended up getting it for like $70 right before he beat Aldo.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's good.
Jesus
and then I got a GSP to 15.
Holy shit.
What's to 15 mean? There's only 15 of them?
Signed in the red, yeah.
Shit.
All right, well, let's get to the card. So I know you
see
guys
my
are big
Khabib
on
I got?
underdogs. I got a parlay for you, but I'm going to give it out at the end.
All right.
I think Pacheco is one of the easiest dogs on the card. I really do. Oh, shit. I saw you pull that. What's that worth? Like 200-300?
Oh, come on. I think it's pushing 5. Who knows?
Hey, man, anything could be right now is money, even though he's been gone. But, yeah, I think Pacheco's an easy dog on this card. Loughran does not impress me at all. He is super slow. He's super lethargic with everything he throws. It's like what McGregor said with the stuck in the mud. I don't get it. The volume is on Pacheco. The body work's going to be there against a shorter guy like Loughran. I don't really think Loughran's going to be able to hold that guy down either. I mean, look at what Danny Silva did with Culibao. You know, Culibao isn't like the best guy, but that dude's no pussy. Like, he doesn't care. Like, he'll go in and fight anybody. And I feel like a lot of people are sleeping on him, and I can't believe that the line is still moving towards Loughran at this point.
You know what's funny about that is I've been very high on Pacheco, and it was probably a day and a half, probably because I did my research this week on Monday. It was probably Monday into Tuesday where I was like, oh, he's going to be the lock of the week. Like
That's who you told me it was going to be.
I felt good about it, and I was like, man, I just don't know about the defensive wrestling and the grappling. Is that just too much of an unknown for like a lock of the week, you know? Like, but I like him. I agree with what you're saying.
And then I feel like Petrosky, you guys actually just talked about it, so I was pretty mad that you mentioned it before I got on. But I think Petrosky by KO in the first 2 rounds. I feel like if you can catch a guy like Malkoun, you have to do it early. The guy is decent if he can get behind his jab and, you know, stick his jab out. He's got decent straight punches. But, like, if you just crowd this dude and you have the defensive jiu-jitsu to threaten on that, like, high school wrestling style where he's going to shoot those doubles and shoot those singles, I feel like, number one, he can clip him on the way in because the guy doesn't like to get hit. And number two, if he clips him and it makes Malkoun wrestle, he's going to grab that neck and put him to sleep.
No, I agree. And Angel said it, and I agreed with it as well on Tuesday, that I think this is one of those fights where Andre should be kind of that wild guy and get in Malkoun's face and try to land that big shot. Because like you said, he's not really a technical striker anyway, and I think his best chance is to try to put this guy's lights out.
Yeah, just be heavy-handed, make it a mess. I think I'm very high on American wrestling, obviously, and Andre Petrosky actually wrestled, like didn't just start doing this in his first career.
With addiction and won that.
So far, that's a lifetime match. But I think Jacob Malkoun started grappling because of MMA. Yeah. And there's always and GSP is like with the 1 in a million, because there's anytime you get those type situations or matchups, it's like when we break down Jasmine Jazadavicius versus Miranda Maverick. We're like, one of these women has wrestled her whole life. The other one just started. And there's just a wild disparity. So I think Andre Petrosky should win that fight. The cardio is the only issue. If I knew for a fact he had good cardio, easiest pick on the card, at least as far as a dog is concerned. The actual easiest pick on the card is Nursultan.
I agree. I can't believe how many people who do podcasts and stuff, because I have my own MMA podcast, but everybody's on Dumas. And that dude literally threw like 2 strikes in the 3rd round against a dead, tired, blown up like a balloon Abu Azaitar.
40-year-old Abu Azaitar.
Like, how do you like, you expect this guy to win in a fight against a dude who has high level striking? I mean, it's not the best. The only thing I don't like is when he backs up, he kind of keeps his chin high. And I feel like a long guy like Dumas might clip him on the way out. But other than that, he's going to be able to take him down. He's going to be able to get into
Dumas the top doesn't even have that like one punch knockout power. Like
he doesn't. But if Nursultan just pulls away, I feel like that check hook's probably going to be there on the way out. Only on the exit, not on the way in.
My fear, my only genuine, first of all, I wouldn't even have a fear if I didn't see the rest of the internet insist that Esteban Dumas was going to win. That does get in your head because you're like, what am I missing? And they're all so confident, and I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it either, man.
But the one fear is this could look like that Isaac Dulgarian fight where Nursultan could smoke this fool for 2 rounds and then just have a really bad 3rd and we get a weird decision. But I don't think we're going to get a weird decision. I think it's only Vegas that hates wrestlers. I don't think all these other commissions are hating wrestlers right now.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm pretty surprised by how many people, well, number one, how many people are confident in Loughran. And number two, by how many
I get the Loughran one. That one I get because he does just move forward and constantly try to wrestle. So I get the Loughran one. I do not get the... SD Dumas genuinely sucks at fighting. He's not a good fighter. He sucks everywhere.
What about...
And Nurzulton's a savage.
I get it, like, with the Loughran thing, but I don't know. Like, the Dumas thing, I feel like it's just there's no point in picking him. But with Loughran, like, he's decent... But I don't see anywhere that he's going to dominate in that fight. You know, kind of.
Well,
like
I think it's what Jacob said. We just don't know what the wrestling looks like for Pacheco.
Yeah.
I think that's the issue because Galen Loughran just dove at Taylor Lapilus' legs the whole fight.
Yeah.
And Taylor's got great range, great takedown defense, so it didn't work. And it may not work here either. We just don't know.
Yeah, I actually picked Loughran in his fight against Lapilus, so maybe I have a little bit of bias going into this one. But I do like a dog for UFC 300. I'll give it out before I give the parlay. I think Kelvin Kattar's going to knock Aljamain Sterling into next week. I don't think that fight's going to be close. I think he knocks him out in the first round.
He's not a power guy, but he can certainly beat Aljamain. Aljamain struggles with takedowns, and Kattar's a good defensive wrestler.
Yeah, I thought Kattar was going to be the favorite. He might be now, but the last time I checked, he was plus 110 as a dog right now against Aljamain.
Yeah, up in weight. You couldn't take down people your own size, and now you're trying to take down bigger people.
Maybe it's because of the knee injury. Like, I get it. Maybe they think he's going to be a little bit, his legs aren't
that's right. His last fight was a freak knee injury, right?
Yeah. All right, let me give you a parlay because I know you guys are big on this. It's at plus 14,000 odds, but I feel like it can hit.
This is a Jacob parlay.
It's only 4 legs, though. It's only 4 legs. So we're going to do Petrosky by TKO in the first 2 rounds. Round 1, 2, it's at plus 1,200. We're going to go Julio Arce by TKO in round 2 and round 3 at plus 330. We're going to go Bill Algeo by KO or decision. And we're going to go Ruzi Boev inside the distance. $5 pays out $727.
That's actually not crazy.
Easy.
No.
That's actually not... I thought it was going to be something absurd.
No.
It's not like it's those odds for a reason, but I've heard worse. The problem with that bet, that's the exact type of bet that you'll share the ticket, and everybody's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
$5? What the fuck are we talking about?
Yeah. I hit one last weekend, $5 for 285. It was Talbot KO 2-3. Orosa and Ramos doesn't go to decision, and then somebody by submission. I can't think. Hold on, let me pull it up real quick.
Zalal?
Oh, Zalal inside the distance by KO sub. Zalal KO sub, Peyton Talbot 2-3 KO, and then Orosa and Ramos doesn't go distance.
Easy. It's easy when it hits.
Yeah.
All right, before I go, I want to ask you guys an opinion on one fight because I feel like it's pretty close, and I see a lot of people siding with, I think he's the underdog right now. But I think Pereira is going to murder Jamall Hill. Am I insane? Like, am I crazy?
I'm the opposite. I'm the opposite. I think he can, of course, but I think Jamall Hill's the better, more technical striker.
He's not, and his power is fucking overrated.
Oh, I'm not worried about the power. I just think I saw a video when my opinion changed, and I do have to let you go because poor Zach's been sitting here for 43 minutes.
Of course.
My opinion changed. I saw a video on YouTube, and it was literally called Alex Pereira allergic to jabs. And it was or allergic to 1-2s. And it was like a 7-minute video of him just eating 1-2s from everybody he's ever fought. And it's like, why Jamall's the most technical striker he's fought so far.
Yeah. Do you know why he eats those 1-2s?
What? More technical than Izzy? Come on, man. Think before you speak.
You know why he eats
I
those
think Jamall is
1-2s?
more technical than Izzy, yes.
Because when the opponents throw the jab, they leave it out there to measure for that right hand. That's why he's eating it. Because Pereira he's like this, right? And he backs up, but he never moves his head. So even Izzy caught him with it. He'll throw the jab, and they'll leave it out there for a second, which makes him think like, okay, they're not going to come with that second shot. And then they'll throw the right hand. I think Jamall, honestly, I think he's so delusional in his own ability, like in the game of the striking game, that he's going to have no respect for him. And the minute he walks in, like he can definitely clip him and knock him out. But the minute he walks in, like that guy doesn't move his head. I think he gets clipped with a left hook, and I think he gets put out cold.
Yeah, I mean, I think I want Alex Pereira to win. I don't like when belts change hands constantly. I love the idea of who Alex Pereira is, how quickly he did it all, just terrifying. I love that. I hope he knocks out Jamall Hill. But ever since seeing that video of him just getting lit the fuck up, and honestly, any fight we've seen, he gets lit up. He gets hit a lot.
Yeah, he does get hit a lot.
But then he just lands that devastating power. So, I mean, Jamall Hill's got the knee injury, all those things. Alex Pereira should win that fight, but like, or the Achilles injury, whatever it was. Alex Pereira should win that fight, but like, I genuinely think Jamall Hill's the better striker.
I could see
He's cleaner for sure.
He's cleaner, but he's nowhere near as dangerous as Pereira. That's the only difference.
No, definitely nobody. Literally nobody on this planet.
No.
So.
All right, guys. Well, I'll let you go. Thanks for getting me on. I know you got other people in there.
No, you're good. We appreciate you calling in for sure.
Of course. Have a good one.
See ya. Okay. We have Zach. Oh, no, wait. Sorry. All right. I already put you on.
Okay.
A whole bunch of super. Yeah. Just hold on. Let me get through these super chats.
No worries.
They're offensive. VHS quality, who's like got something stuck up there, says C-Rod owns you, so shut your mouth. All right. Thanks for the $2. Then Bookie Bully said the rookie McGregor is fucking dope. He's talking about that signed card we just saw. What's up, WWP? This week we find out if Buckley can finally beat a fighter a tad better than him. I'm liking Loopy Algeo. Yeah, the Buckley thing will be interesting because he's just so talented, so dangerous. This is going to be his toughest test at this weight class for sure. And Loopy, I wasn't confident in Loopy until I talked to Jacob today. I didn't, and I should listen to you more often. The whole, her sister's an Olympic wrestler, her sister's in her camp, she's ready for the wrestling. That actually helped me quite a bit, and I am now confident in Loopy. And then finally, $5 from VHS again. Why does Jacob look like the Riddler and Angelo looks like Ben Affleck? Thank you very much, VHS. What do you got for us, Zach?
All right, so first of all, I'm a little newer to the MMA space in general.
Sure.
But you guys are kind of what got me into the MMA space back last year. I got not addicted to gambling. But let's just say, I got old enough to start betting, and I was like, okay, I got a few friends in the soccer area, and they were trying to show me like the ropes and everything about like betting and how it works. But I started seeing a lot of like MMA stuff pop up.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this shit's like dope as fuck. And then I saw your guys' channel back in, I want to say, must have been October, I think, of last year. Or no, October of the year before. Yeah. So it's been like a little over a year since I've been watching you guys. I think the first card that I really sat down and watched your guys' breakdown was whatever card where it was Adam Fugit versus Mike Malott. Because I remember, like, everyone being like, Adam Fugit just fucking sucks. And then Jacob was basically breaking down, like, Adam Fugit just isn't that good. And Mike Malott was just going to smoke him. And it's kind of what happened.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it went the other way. I was like, uh-oh.
Most of the time, like, Jacob was pretty much spot on when I was watching earlier on with, like, oh, Bruno Silva is going to knock out Gregory Rodriguez because this dude literally had a piece of his skull out in his last fight.
Yeah.
And then, it's a crazy knockout. So you guys were definitely like the first MMA channel I started watching, like before MMA Guru and everything. So I just want to say thank you for that because
we appreciate that.
For both you guys. And I must say that Jacob is probably one of the most perfect personalities for like your channel. Because you have like Angelo, which full respect to you. I love your breakdowns and like your individual videos of like, breaking down the card and everything. But you got like the older like dad look, like this bum is about to
I don't know why. I don't know what the look has to do with it, but
nerd.
okay.
That looks like
Jesus
a fucking
Christ.
nerd.
But like the impression, you're like the dad trying to tell his kids like, yeah, this guy's a bum. Don't trust this guy.
Here, hold on.
Like,
Hold on 1 sec. I'm gonna play a video. Because you just called me old and said I look old. I picked up my daughter from daycare. Hold on. I picked up my daughter from daycare, and a little girl in her class said this to her while we were leaving. And then I'm not going to show you a video of my kid, but I'll let you listen. Listen to, this is me talking to my daughter. Hold on one second. Here. Olivia, what did Tesla tell you to tell me?
That you're going to be bald soon.
Did you hear that, Jacob?
Fucked up.
Yeah, I was picking up my daughter, and that little girl's like, Olivia, tell your dad he's going to be bald. It's like, what the fuck? Who's this kid?
Yeah,
It's some random kid.
You definitely look like the old, like, Italian, not old as in, like,
this is getting,
old, but you know what I mean? You know, you've got,
no,
like, the Italian dad look, you know?
Okay.
But,
how many years does it look like is between us?
You know, I think Jacob looks a humble 28. And then, you know, Angelo might be pushing 50. But, hey, you know.
Wow.
No, actually, probably, like, mid to late 30s. Like, you know.
You don't actually know how old we are? We've said it many times. This is like a real guess, or you actually know?
I think I know. I think both of you guys are, like, a little over 35, right? Somewhere around that range.
I'm 24.
Jacob's 37. I'm 40.
Yeah. I knew it was between, like, the 35 and, like, 40 mark. But Jacob definitely looks younger. I think he's just missing eyebrows. So
he's waiting for those to come in. He's waiting for a couple more inches in height.
I got ID'd like 3 or 4 times while I was in Vegas.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks young because he had no stress in his life. I mean, that's what you look like when you have no stress,
baby. No women, no stress.
True.
If I pull up pre-kid Angelo, very different person.
Yeah. But, yeah, I just wanted to say, you know, respect to you guys and everything. Jacob definitely has, I love watching his live streams. They're, like, one of the only things that get me through some of the shit fight cards. Man,
I think we're going to be live for UFC 300, too.
Yeah, last 2 events, without Jacob, I literally was just, like, depressed watching the fights. It was.
I was there though. I was there. I was giving commentary
in spirit. Yeah, in
hot
spirit.
Dogs.
Yeah, I was watching the last fight card, thinking like, well, at least Jacob's there, so if something happens, you know, maybe I can see Jacob do something, you know. But fuck, like between the biting and between like those boring women fights. No offense to, you know, Amanda Ribas, but it was just, it was tough watching that card.
Which is so funny because being there, I thought it was the best card in the world. I thought every fight was like so exciting.
Sucked,
I literally was like, "This is the best card ever."
Yeah. I definitely think the last fight card was probably like, it wasn't the worst, but it was definitely one of the worst. Ty's card was the worst.
What was?
Card, I think.
The Tai Tuivasa card. Yeah, that fucking sucked.
Everyone who was supposed to win lost. Like I remember the safety parlay for. Was it Njokuani and it was something else? I can't believe Kennedy lost that. Like, man, that was like if you watched John Jones never throw a strike the entire time. It was so painful to watch.
The most brutal part about that, that being the safety parlay that week, is when I put Kennedy in the safety parlay, he was like minus 400. It was 350.
Yeah,
it was something. It was something somewhat reasonable. Yeah. Then he ballooned up to minus like 8. Yeah, and I wish he was minus 8 at the beginning of the week because I never would have put him in the safety parlay at those odds. Same with the week Javid Bajarat blew it. I got him at minus 350. He went up to minus 900. I never would have put it in there at minus 900. So it's like some of these lines that just take off. It's like I wish. If that was the line earlier, I never would have done it. Like you know, when I did it, the value was like even this week. Well, I'm not gonna say who's in it. So I was about to.
Save that for premium members, you know.
Yeah, there you go.
But like man, and the fact that what I like about your guys' betting channel is that a lot of the time you guys are pretty like straightforward money lines. These are the picks, you know, the low confidence, high confidence sort of thing. Where a lot of channels, you know, and like no offense to Running Mouth MMA and stuff like that, but like Running Mouth, they'll do a lot of like sneaky $5 parlay sort of bets, or a lot of like the $10 5-leg parlays, and it's like, you know,
to cover all the losses that from no, I hear you. Well, I what I see out in the because I check out other people's shit, right? Like I'm trying to be the best at what we do. So I got to see what other people are doing. And what I see I see both extremes. I see people like, I'm only putting up 3 bets and that's it. And then I see people it's a flood. There's like 38 bets. And then it's like, oh, we hit. It's like, dude, you put 38 bets on the board.
Yeah, you better have hit, you know?
The number one thing where you can tell somebody is either not actually betting with real money or has no clue what they're doing is just look at the unit situation. I'll see people that never put one single unit on anything. And that's just not how units work. Like, so there's people who sell their betting service, put their stuff out, and let's say they put out 3, 4, 5 bets, and it's like 3.5 units on this, 4 units on this, 2.5 on this, 3 on this, and that's it. That's their whole betting slate. It's like, well, that's not what a unit is. Like, that's not how you should do that. Your units are too small. If you have multiple units on literally every single bet, your units are too small.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's how you know a lot of these people either don't know what they're doing or like some people share their tickets so you know it's real. But other people, it's just like, oh, you just did 5 units on SD Dumas? That's impossible. Like that's impossible. Your units are too low. If you put 5 units on him, your units are too low. Because if, let's say you're at $10 units, if you had $100 units, I guarantee you wouldn't put 1 on them. You wouldn't put 1, you'd put a half. And that's what that should be, not 5. So Jacob and I made those adjustments. We bumped our units up because we're like, we need to bump them up because it helps keep you level. Otherwise, if it's just $10, it's like, yeah, I'll lose $10. Who gives a fuck? And a $10 unit is totally fine. No big deal. But not when you're like putting 4 of them on something and 4 of them on an underdog and then selling it. It's crazy.
Yeah. And like, I really like the way you guys do your bets. Like the safety parlay actually surprises me almost every week because it hits at like the 70% ROI. But it's also like you do it it's like there's no skip.
I did not want to do it this week. I got to be honest with you. I did not want to do it this week. I didn't want to do it last week either.
Yeah, like I've been thinking this week. I'm like, man, Angelo's fucked for his safety parlay. This week
I got 1 leg, no problem. The second leg is what? Did you read the description of how I got to it?
Yeah. The pick doctor and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. I'm letting the robot's helping me out.
Yeah. But some weeks I'll be honest. You know, I step back and sometimes I see a safety parlay. I'm like, you know, I'm not really feeling this one. Like Javid, I didn't pick. I didn't pick mainly because I just didn't want to spend the money that week.
Good. Yeah.
That one was like, just unlucky that Javid just didn't decide to do anything in those 2 rounds.
And I think it was a bad decision too, but yeah.
Well, I thought it was kind of fair. Like, I didn't think if they would have given it to Javid over Ariel Hawani's
wasn't a robbery.
You know?
Sure.
Yeah. It's, you know, not a robbery, but could have gone either way.
Sure.
But man, Kennedy was just like some weeks it's just like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
I know.
It's insane.
I know.
But
that's what Jacob's whole thing is in the live streams. I can't fight for you, and there really is nothing more frustrating than watching someone go out there and just like they've never fought before. It's like, what the fuck am I watching? Because okay,
you can go.
And the last thing I was gonna say is like it's literally their job. It's their job. And to just show up, you only do your job 3 times a year, and to just show up and just forget how to do it is crazy.
Yeah, to make Oven St. Peru in 2024 look like a champion contender is crazy. Yeah. But, you know, and like Jacob, I love watching his live streams like every weekend. And when I'm watching, it's always funny because it's like he'll pick a chat bet, and typically it's just a flood of just fucking random garbage doing in chat, and he'll just like pick one that kind of aligns what he's doing or kind of goes against what he's doing, and then at the end of the live stream it's like, okay, maybe, you know, you bet maybe 100 on the whole card. By the end of the live stream it's like, all right, so 500 on Brandon Royval. What do you guys think? It's like
it does escalate. The first bet's always like, all right, we'll put 10 on this, and we'll put 15 on this. Then it's like, we're winning it all back, baby. The worst bet I ever made, the highest single bet I ever made was I was up like fucking, I think almost like $2,000 in live stream bets, like of my own money, going into the main event of Corey Sandhagen and Cheeto. And I was like, fuck it, $700 on Cheeto. So that whole fight, I was like, fuck it, come on, Cheeto. God damn it, Cheeto.
Yeah, and now we know where Cheeto stands in the division.
Yeah,
that guy sucks.
Because I literally was like, I'm just not picking against him until he loses. And then it's like, he got smoked by Sandhagen.
Yeah, he loses, yeah. That was like me with Benoit. I was literally like, listen, I'm just not going to bet against Benoit until I see like a matchup that like, you know, champion or something. And then I saw Dustin Poirier, and Dustin Poirier is like my favorite fighter. And I was like, I can't fucking bet against him. And I'm glad I didn't because of that knockout, but woo. But yeah, I also kind of wanted to pick your brains on what would your guys' ideal pick for a realistic UFC 300 main event be?
Got to go Conor all day, every day. When it was teasing Conor versus Michael Chandler, that has to be.
Yeah,
Jacob, you agree?
Works for me, yeah.
I mean, it's just it's literally the biggest fight you could do. There's not a bigger fight you could do.
John versus Aspinall.
Or John versus Aspinall. Yeah, John versus Stipe wasn't going to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, John Jones.
Does anybody want to see that except for the UFC? Nobody wants to see that. Right?
I just want to see John Jones fight. I don't give a shit who at this point. And I actually love Stipe. Like, Stipe never got a goodbye fight, and he is still literally the greatest heavyweight of all time, at least statistically speaking. He's just gotten screwed by the UFC, and thank God he has the firefighter career because, you know, he's had a...
Yeah, he'd be fucked.
He hasn't fought. Yeah, he hasn't fought in a while.
Yeah, and like another thing is that the UFC just hates him. You know, like they're talking.
Yeah, I don't know
Francis
why.
Ngannou, you know, breaking that record while Stipe's just sitting there like, I'm fighting this guy in like 2 days.
Yeah.
Bringing up he can knock out anyone. All right, you know.
Yeah.
So it's really unfortunate for Stipe.
I don't know why I don't think he's had contract. Like, I don't know why they don't like him. It is surprising. He seemed like normal.
Yeah,
wasn't getting
because he works
that personality.
Too, you know? Yeah,
You
that's
gotta sell
true.
tickets.
He's hard to understand. Yeah.
He mumbles. He mumbles like a mother. Yeah, he
It's
does.
like, where's he
mumble.
from? Oh, he's from Cleveland.
That O'Malley needs to work on
what
it,
country?
you know?
Even the
His
name
name's Stipe Miocic.
Yeah.
And he told Oh, he's from Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah. It's amazing that like Sean O'Malley can sell tickets to me because like I like his personality.
I hate
when he's
Sean
not
O'Malley,
at a
dude.
press conference. Yeah.
I can't
don't know.
stand him.
Yeah, he can't do like the Conor press conference stuff and like sell tickets. He's like just not quick enough, and he's kind of quiet at that stuff. So he's got like this big. It seems like he's got a monster personality, but he really is just a low key dude.
Yeah. Like I think his main issue is that he doesn't know what he wants to do at a press conference. He's constantly like, "Oh, should I, talk over this guy?" He's in his head a lot while he's at the press conference, rather than just like letting
that. Yeah, that's harder for him than the fights, honestly.
Yeah,
like, the fight, like the fights he goes in, you can see he's comfortable. He's just flowing in there. But I agree. Yeah, the press conference, he is just like.
Yeah, he just like he chokes on his own words. He like stumbles all the time. He's got nothing like quick and snappy, like no jokes, nothing. And then as soon as he's off the mic, it's just like he's uploading social media videos that pop off because they're actually funny, But it's a little weird.
I laugh at every time he posts one of those like fake training videos of him just doing the stupid shit or whatever.
Yeah,
like that's our champ, baby.
Yeah, so this is how you handle a bar fight, and then he just does like a step back, and then you jab, or just you get a sucker punch on, like his Bob and Weave stuff. But yeah,
that poor
like
dummy
he's
that
a
he has
good guy.
taken beaten.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I really want to see him fight like real contenders. But
he said the UFC hasn't announced it, but he said he's fighting Merab next.
Oh, he's
he announced it.
He's gonna smoke
him. I'm picking him against Merab when that does happen.
I don't know how anybody could pick him against Merab.
He's gonna do the same thing he did. Merab got dropped by fucking Henry Cejudo. I mean, Sean's gonna fucking put his ass out.
Yeah. And that was a one-arm Cejudo too. That wasn't like a fully healthy, ready to go. This is my last fight, Cejudo. This was like I'll probably do one fight after this, and my hand's completely gone, Cejudo. So I thought it was a little interesting that happened. But Merab is also sloppy as fuck. Like he's like what's
Gamrot.
Not like Gamrot.
Oh, he's like
Gamrot's
Gamrot.
like really technical. I think like Gamrot's like a more technical Marab.
Gamrot gets dropped every fight too, and then just changes something crazy.
Yeah, getting dropped by RDA is not a good luck. Oh man, he would have killed him. Oh,
I was sweating.
Break his knee. Yeah.
Who would have killed who?
Fizzy or Rafael.
Yeah.
That guy would have killed him if his knee didn't.
Gamrot, yeah.
God damn it. That was like that was the first fight I think I watched where I was genuinely disappointed in the main event because I was like, fuck.
There's been over the last couple of years, there's been a few of those. Tom Aspinall that happened to. It happened to
Cater. I think Cater had that injury as well.
Cater had it. There was another Brian Ortega. There was a bunch. The co-main event just a few weeks ago with Brian Battle. That went a little longer, obviously, but we've had a surprising amount of fights that didn't get to happen. Important ones that didn't get to happen.
Man, Brian Battle, if he would have got a finish in that fight, it would have been so sick. But I was so happy. The only redeeming thing about that whole card was Brian Battle screaming at Angeluso, "You're a bitch." You know,
he did it. The best thing he said is when he was like, 30 seconds ago, you couldn't fight because of your eye, and now you want to fight me? Shut the fuck. Like, that was actually perfect.
I'm just like, I'll fucking kill you. It's like, you could have just done it.
Yeah.
If you wanted to, you were right there.
Bro,
yeah, that was literally perfect.
He was told it was going to be a no contest. And he walked up to Brian Battle like, what can you do? Fight, you fucking moron. Like, what are you talking about? You know? But
no, that was interesting for sure.
Yeah. And then, real quick, just wanted to get, do you guys like watch boxing as well? Or is it kind of just like only MMA, only UFC sort of thing?
I watch the mega fights. That's about it.
Yeah.
Boxing's
so like you watch
boring.
the AJ, Francis Ngannou and like stuff
Well,
like
that was
right?
in the middle of the day on a Friday or something. So I did not watch that one, but
I watched it. I watched the big stuff, but even when I watched that stuff, it's so fucking boring. Boxing's so boring.
Did you guys have Francis in that fight? And was it just like an eye-opening, like, wow, Francis actually got fucked up?
No, I thought I was a genius. I didn't know the odds. I thought I was a genius, and I'm like, dude, Francis is gonna get fucking smoked. Yeah. And everyone's like, yeah, stupid. Look at the odds. I was like, oh. I thought Francis got like some fake boost from the close fight with the Gypsy King.
He probably did a little bit.
Yeah.
But I thought it'd be like kind of close, and the odds
definitely
weren't
was
that
people
close.
thinking it would be close.
Yeah. I don't think a lot of people thought Francis was gonna get knocked out.
I was positive he was gonna get knocked out. I was like, Francis is slow, dude. He's not fast, and he's fighting like he's slow. Who fought another slow boxer? Like the Gypsy King is the slowest. I don't know how that guy wins fights, and then now he's coming into this fight with a lightning fast powerhouse. Like Francis is fucked. Like, I was positive he was going to lose, and then when I actually looked at the odds, and it was like what 4-1, 5-1, I was like, oh, forget it. Yeah. I thought I was going to get like almost even money because people are stupid, but no, people are not. That's not what I got.
I was thinking about playing like a Francis inside the distance, but I glad I stepped back and I was like, nah, I'm gonna let these boxers box, you know?
Yeah.
But
he's too slow.
Do you guys plan on watching like the Jake Paul, Mike Tyson?
Oh, I do. I will. I'll be there.
Right,
they didn't sell tickets yet. I will be there. Jacob hates that shit. I love it.
Yeah. Early prediction at all, or?
I mean, Jake Paul should win, but I hope he gets fucking smoked like the rest of this world.
Oh, man, if he gets flatlined by Mike Tyson, that would be one of the most like redeeming things. And just
I like these freak show fights, so I usually root for Jake Paul to win so that we get more freak show fights. But this time I will be very heavily rooting against him.
Yeah.
I love it. I will be there.
I'll be rooting for Mike Tyson, but it's definitely like Jake Paul is just going to win because this is what he does. He beats old men who's retired for years. You know, that's just kind of what he does. But and he's the one who came out to Mike Tyson and was like, we'll pay you the bag to do this. So it's definitely like he knows what's up.
Yeah, it'd be crazy for Mike not to do it. Fuck his legacy. Yeah. Everybody knows he's 60 to get your money.
Yeah. He's plus 130 right now.
That's
really?
Mike Tyson's plus 130.
Because you know what it is.
Brand on Jake Paul.
The problem is Mike Tyson's like he's uploading training videos every day and he looks good. The problem is they're only 10 seconds. And I don't know how new they are. Like I don't know if he actually filmed it this morning or how old it is or what. And literally they're 10 seconds. But
Yeah, and if it's like early in the training sessions and stuff, you know, maybe that's 10 minutes and he's just tired after the training session.
Yeah, like who knows? But they're definitely. I think those videos are helping us because I was at, and then I gotta let you go because we're gonna shut this stream down. But I was at a sports bar for March Madness last Friday for lunch, and it was a zoo. And one of the TVs, there's TVs everywhere. One of the TVs had Jake Paul, Mike Tyson, like that's what they were talking about. I think it was like Colin Cowherd or something. And the table next to me, I could hear them be like, dude, Tyson, he's 60, but he's still... Everybody at that table was like, dude, Mike Tyson's going to knock this kid out. So there's still a lot of that going on in the world where people just hear the name Mike Tyson and run with it. But like 60 is fucking old.
Yeah, like my grandparents, you know, full respect to them. They're, 65, and they said, oh, you hear Mike Tyson's fighting Logan Paul? And I was like, that's not right. And they were like, oh, if Mike Tyson connects, I'm like, he's 60 years old. Like,
yeah.
60-year-old puts out anyone.
That was a random announcement.
I love it. It's on Netflix.
I saw it and I was like, oh, there's another fake thing going viral. And I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, to be fair, it was kind of dead for the past few weeks for like fighting outside of, the main event of 300 was like the big, like, oh, that's it, and then nothing really happened until we got like, Steve Urseg versus
Pantoja
301, I think. Yeah,
Urseg's
that's going to be interesting.
Well,
I think Urseg's going to look a lot better than people think, but it is just one of those weird fights where it's like 3 fights in the UFC and you get a title. That's insane for like a no-name, for a pizza boy,
He's definitely a pizza boy. But we appreciate you calling in. I am shutting this stream down, but thanks for calling in. We genuinely appreciate you, so I'm going to kick you off right now.
All right, thank you.
Yo, and before everyone goes, you can kick him. Yeah. Because Fight Talk only said, what's up, boys? Yo, Jacob, Amanda absolutely digs you, brother. Please, for the love of God, lock that in. You have a chance. If you want to, guys, if you want to support the cause, you can go to my Instagram right now. And I just made a post today basically asking if I can go to Brazil. So if you can comment on that and say, hey, tag Amanda and say, hey, Jacob, send Jacob to Brazil. A lot of people have already commented. We appreciate it.
Well, there you go. We do have a couple quick super chats before we head out of here. Phil Lower, $1.99. Angelo going to look like Artie Bucco from Sopranos. Go
and yourself. By the way, I tried to get Cody Brundage on, but he's at a movie. But he said, at a movie, my guy, tell Angelo be smart with his money.
The odds are just too ridiculous, but the odds are just too ridiculous. So I will be smart with my money.
There you go.
And then Deuces, can I get your guys' take on Arman Saruki and Charles Oliveira? Rooting for Charles, but probably won't bet. I'll let Jacob go, but my take, we watched Charles Oliveira get fucking smoked by Islam. Wasn't close for a half a second. And Arman Sarukian is Islam. So pretty sure it's same thing. Oh, God. Yeah, okay. All right. I think Arman Sarukian blows through Charles Oliveira the same way Islam did.
Arman sucks.
Okay. The Arman sucks is a weird narrative, but sure. Arman sucks.
We're about to find out.
Well, why don't you send me a bet openly then? Because I would love to do it.
Okay.
Okay. Whatever amount of money you want.
All right. Well, it's kind of what you usually say, and then I give you a high amount, and you're like, oh, well, 50.
No, because I say I think somebody wins, and you're like, $1,000, which is fucking absurd.
Sucks.
In this case, I am positive Arman Sarukian smokes the overrated. People hate this take.
So he's going to be
overrated Charles Oliveira.
There's one half of the safety parlay.
He might be, yeah, quite literally. That's actually, Josh and I went through UFC 300. That's actually a tricky card. Like, there's not a lot of super obvious.
I think Max Holloway's going to win, too. People just assume he's going to get smoked. I think Max Holloway's going to win that fight.
I don't think Max wins. I do think Cody Garbrandt can beat the fuck out of Figgy. Dude, Figgy beat Rob Font with wrestling. He's not going to out-wrestle Cody Garbrandt, who's bigger than him and a better wrestler. All right. Well, that awkward silence is all we needed. Guys, thanks for hanging out. This is the call-in show. Hopefully we do this every single week. Sometimes life doesn't allow us to, but every single week you can call into the show, join, ask some questions, do your thing. If you're not a premium member, become one. It's $10 a month. It's $10 a month. First of all, it's the easiest way to support us, our journey in this channel. Second of all, in return, you get the best MMA tout service on planet Earth. WeWantPicks.com. Just click become a member. It's only $10 a month. And if you want $50, just go to WeWantPicks.com/bet, sign up, make a deposit using the affiliate link, and we send you $50 as a thank you. Jacob will be live on Saturday for the first time in a month, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's been a little while. I'm looking forward to it. See ya.